Right, this is what we're going to be cooking today, this beautiful shepherd's pie. And it's not your traditional take on it either. Right, let's get all the ingredients together and let's get cooking. Okay, by now you'll know what I'm going to be making, but this is what I was faced with when I was cleaning out my fridge and my pantry. I had some leftover lamb mince, half a red onion, some cauliflower florets, a leek that's looking a bit tired, some carrots and some mushrooms, and half a head of broccoli. So I thought, what can I make? So I decided to make quite a heavy vegetable shepherd's pie with obviously lamb mince in it, seeing as I had the potatoes all there to go for the top of it as well. So without further ado, let's get cooking, shall we? In the largest saucepan you can muster, firstly add a little rice bran oil, then 3 cloves of garlic, then half your red onion, or half of the red onion that I had, and then your brown onion. Put these on the heat while you prepare the rest of your vegetables. Right, now that those onions have softened, we can go in with our leeks, and then we'll put our lamb mince in once these have softened out. I'm going to put a knob of butter in here as well. Right, and here's the rest of our vegetables all chopped up and ready to go in once we've browned that lamb. While that's going on, I'm going to wash these potatoes and get them onto boil. If you've noticed, I'm using that sort of handheld camera effect to bring more drama into this cooking idea. It's I think you'll agree with me, this is far more dramatic than my other recipes. Just look at those potatoes lying there waiting for something to happen to them. You almost feel for them, really, don't you? Sort of giving them a personality in a way. Right, John, just get on and wash them, eh? You've kept your eyes peeled, then you've seen that the potatoes are that way also. I'm just going to chop those up and put them in the saucepan and bring them to the boil. Right, those leeks have softened out now, so I've added in our lamb mince and I've chopped up the potatoes and I'll fill them with water and get them to the boil. Right, now that that mince is browned, I've added our mushrooms, and soon we will add some other things. Right, the other things. Teaspoon and a bit of mild curry powder. Then 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce. And we'll just stir that in. As you can see, it's a very humid day here with all the steam coming off. 2 tablespoons of Bisto rich gravy powder. We'll stir that in and then we'll add 400 ml of water. There we go. Now that we've got some liquid in there, we can add the rest of our vegetables. Carrots, 2 carrots there, grated, not stirred. Broccoli, that's James Bond, isn't it? Grated, not stirred. Yes, I'll have a martini please. Grated, not stirred. And cauliflower. Oh, this is going to be a very yummy shepherd's pie. Right, enough frivolity. We're going to cook that down. The potatoes should be ready at the same time for mashing for the top, and we'll put it all together. Back in about 15 minutes. Now, while you guys were having a nap, I was doing a bit of tasting, and this definitely needs some salt. So a little bit of salt there, and some ground black pepper. We'll stir that in, and then we'll have a repeat taste. Right, I can report back from the tasting room. That was very, very successful. And we're just going to simmer that for around about 15 minutes, and that'll be the end of that. So turn our attention to the potatoes next. And at this point, if you don't think it's meaty enough, you can add an oxo cube. I use the reduced salt oxo cubes, and they work very well. And I've just added one to this off camera. Bit sneaky, actually. I forgot to turn the camera on, and that's improved it aside. This is one beautiful shepherd's pie. So let's get this shepherd's pie assembled. I'm just going to spoon out our base. Oh, God, it smells absolutely gorgeous. There we are. I'll come back with our potatoes in just a minute. Right, here's the potatoes. I'm going to put a knob of butter in the top there, put the lid on, and it can melt. By the way, it's a good idea to put your oven on now. You want the top element on only, and you want your shelf set around about the middle of the oven and around about 150 degrees. Little grind of salt, then you can get in there with your potato smasher. Once you've sort of made inroads, start getting a fork involved. You can then add some milk. Now, be very careful with this, because if you add too much, it'll be a runny mashed potato that you cannot make unrunny. That's about right, actually. Just there. Rightio, I'll get that on top of the shepherd's pie. Now, the way to do this is to get a spoonful and just drop it. Until it's completely covered. Now get this and spread it as much as you can. I've left this quite thick actually. Now we can add our grated cheddar cheese, and there we have it. Nearly, don't go away just yet. Get your smoked paprika and give it a little dusting. There we are, that's going in the oven now, and for around about 10 minutes, and then it's time to serve. I can't wait to taste this. Right, as promised, we're going to have a little bit of a taste. Ooh. You just can't beat this meal. You really can't. Oh, that is beautiful. What I want to do is give a little bit. Well, I could really just sit here going for the rest of the evening while I plough into this, but you've all got things to do too. Rightio. Look, if you've got a lot of things starting to age in your pantry or fridge, this is an ideal recipe to get rid of those vegetables before they reach an age that's unmanageable. Alright, I will catch you on my next recipe.